I told you guys that if you want to learn about football, they are doing some broadcasting tricks on both the XFL and USFL that allows you to learn as it goes in a way that you generally don't while watching professional football. Their broadcasts are a little more creative than the average broadcast, at least in part because they have access to things that the real football players, the professional football players in the NFL would not allow you.
These are pros.
Oh,
These are pros.
I know.
Josh Gordon had one of the greatest receiving seasons ever with Brandon Whedon as his quarterback.
It was like 12 years ago.
He's in this league. Wade Phillips is a name.
Is Brandon Whedon in this league?
No, he can't cut it. You think he's can't pass the likes of Paxton Lynch? Come on.
I cannot believe that Jim Haslett is a coach in this league.
Why?
I haven't thought of Jim Haslett in 15
Where's he
years.
at? Seattle?
Yeah.
I'm crazy about the XFL. I thought the XFL was awesome, the most recent incarnation, and I was a popular opinion. Those ratings were pretty damn good. They were outpacing NBA and NASCAR races. It was a great bit of content, and I loved what they did with the celebrations and the atmospheres. Remember the beer snakes in D.C.? I hope we can replicate a lot of that same energy, and I'm hoping under The Rock's leadership, we can put forth a sustainable business model. Danny Garcia, the chairwoman of the XFL. I have really high hopes for this. I hate what they did to my Battlehawks uniforms, but I'm happy that Under Armour is help paying, and hopefully this can be a sport that sticks around more than 1 year. It's been that whole year two thing. It's been so tricky for the XFL.
It's good to see Jim Zorn getting a second chance. I mean, it is.
What?
Where is Jim Zorn?
He's on the XFL. He's the head coach.
Okay, good.
He's on the XFL.
He's in the XFL. He's a head coach. I thought you knew Jim Zorn getting a second chance.
I know that he was
I always
there before.
wondered if Jim Zorn, given the right amount of time and patience, would be a good head coach. I've often wondered that.
Did Stugotz read the internet wrong?
He did.
He was.
Yeah.
He was reading it wrong. He was there the last go round.
Yeah, it was the last go
I
around.
believe he's back. Look it up.
The current head coaching crop is Jim Haslett, Rod Woodson, Anthony Becht, Reggie Barlow, Bob Stoops, Wade Phillips, Terrell Buckley, and Heinz Ward.
T-Buck. Wow. What happened to Zorn?
Put $5 in here, Stugotz.
No way. There's no way I'm putting $5. I didn't do anything wrong.
You reading the
I
internet.
said his name correctly?
So Jim Zorn in 2019 was announced to be the GM and head coach of the Seattle Dragons. He was not retained after the league's bankruptcy.
Oh, so we already got a second chance. My bad.
Billy,
I do have $5.
Have you noticed what they've done with some of the franchises? They kept some of the names, but changed some of the colors and moved the cities around. So the Tampa Bay Vipers are no longer. But their color scheme went to Orlando, and they moved the New York team, the Guardians, to Orlando. Meanwhile, the Vipers took the color scheme from the Guardians, and they're playing in Vegas with Brett Hundley. That is a sneaky good team that they have in Vegas.
Juju, put it on the poll, please, at LeBatard Show. Have you thought of Jim Haslett in the last 15 years? The XFL and USFL.
Oh, I couldn't support the USFL at all. No, this is an XFL household. We can't support any of the other leagues. I'm pissed off that the USFL made it to year 2. There's only room for one second-rung football league.
There's barely room for that.
The USFL is stubbornness, right? Because it didn't work.
Didn't.
It didn't catch on.
The XFL has twice failed.
But it's back, Jack.
I don't need the XFL either.
What? You were in a group chat with me.
Yeah, I fear the day that I have to leave it.
Do you ever say no to Mike? Like, could you just say no to him?
Yeah,
I don't want to be in this group chat. I'm not interested in this band. I don't like this team. Like,
I
you
was
say no to
inserted
him.
in there, and I also I'm a real Debbie Downer in this chat. I talk shit about the league all the time, and I haven't been thrown out. But
since Tuesday of last week, there have been 13 texts in this group chat. They've all been from me.
You're the only person who's
Okay,
actually
I was like,
excited
guys,
about
secondary logo shroud.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this, please. I would like for you
to read all 13.
I want the audience, okay, to enjoy the lonely Mike Ryan shouting football things into a void. Okay, he's got a group chat.
I got really excited when Cam Harris, a former Miami running back, signed with the Seattle Dragons.
Yeah.
And I texted, "It's our time." And then a couple days later, I realized that one of my friends, who's also in the group chat, had his wedding on the same day as the XFL championship. And I just straight up called him a motherfucker. And I asked him to postpone the wedding in all seriousness. And he told me that there's a bar nearby that I can watch the XFL championship at.
You know what I don't like about the XFL?
What's that, Billy?
This is going to sound strange coming from me because Stugotz and I are always changing rules of things. When you go to the XFL website, there's a thing that says rules. And I feel like that page should be no longer than regular football rules. That's the XFL, football rules. But here there's double forward passes, there's keep the ball after you score twice a game, there's 5-point lines and 2-point lines. And it's like, I can't learn all the rules for the XFL in the amount of time that the XFL season is going to last. It's going to be too much to learn in too short an amount of time.
Not worth it.
I have December 7th was the last time Chris Whittingham texted in this group chat because we were very confused at the helmet unveil. And I said, so after doing a bit of research on it, I said, so the Roughnecks helmet is the Texas state flag. And Chris Whittingham responded, it should be a flag of bankruptcy. And I told him, you're being a real buzzkill on such an exciting day. But I spelled X with exciting with just an X in front of it.
I don't understand this overtime rule that they have. The overtime consists of alternating attempts from opponent's 5-yard line. 3 attempts per team, 2 points per score, or until winner is decided. So it's just they keep going back and forth?
Yep.
But they get 3 no matter what.
No matter what.
To score a maximum of 6 points.
Man, if you say so.
But then
I
they
know
can get
the
to
XFL
4 or
rules
5.
from 3
It's actually
years
not a
ago.
bad idea.
I cannot wait to find out all the rules right now. I've really researched rosters because I'm happy to announce that all the XFL Twitter sites that I was following years ago are still very much active. And they're a great news source. XFL Hub, fantastic stuff. So we're going to find out what's what after this first weekend.
I don't think.
Do you have faith in Hines Ward's ability? That's a tough franchise, San Antonio. It's the first go-around for that. The Brahmas, named after the Brahma Bull, the Rock.
What's his deal with that?
I mean, he's just an influence. He's a part investor, but Danny Garcia's ex-wife is running the XFL.
No, but what's his? It's like him and Ron with the Harpy Eagle. It's like, guys, learn another animal.
Well, he has
you
a
know what I
tattoo.
mean?
He has his nickname.
But he covered it up for a bigger one.
No.
Same thing.
No. That's on the other side. The tribal is on the other side.
No, I think he covered up.
He did it. He would never
I'm
cover
pretty
up.
sure
He
he
absolutely
covered
would
up
not
the
do that.
tattoo.
No, he would not
it's
do
the
that.
Under Armour logo.
It's gotta
He did
be on
not.
the other side.
It's a marketing
No,
thing. Come on.
it's-
You don't know Brahma Bulls.
I don't think that in my history as the grief eater, I have ever heard anything sadder than someone in an XFL group chat shouting, "It's our time." And then the next 10 comments are from him over the next month with no one else responding in any way to him entering a room excitedly and shouting, "It's our time."
I text that every time PJ Walker enters a game or the Green Lizard. If you go back in that chat's history, which was active this entire time while the league was not, it's just me getting excited anytime a former XFL player does anything.
I don't want to leave because I don't want to puncture your enthusiasm for this. Not that my enthusiasm matters, but
Your lack of participation should.
It does suggest a lack of enthusiasm.
Right.
I don't think that Mike is confused that there's a secret teaming behind the shadows enthusiasm here that
he's onto
that
it.
is being kept from him by his repressed friends. I think he comes into a room, shouts, "It's our time," and no one comments in the chat for another month other than him.
I want somebody to be that friend for you, though, Mike. I want one person to be that friend. I unfortunately just can't. I can't do it.
I do. I on Wednesday, October 12th, I shared the tweet that the XFL and the Indoor Football League today announced a wide-ranging player personnel partnership. And my friend Chase, who was very supportive until he put his wedding day on the same day as the XFL championship, said, "Great move."
The Rock,
That's the support I'm looking for here.
The Rock covered up his Brahma Bull tattoo with a larger
my
Brahma Bull
God.
tattoo.
I don't like it.
With-
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, don't like it.